name is Austin Webb and I'm with Morgan Automotive Group. This is our new installation, our new shop here out at the Motor Enclave. And we're gonna sit here, we're gonna talk about basically our basic layout of our shop.
Is that a mezzanine behind you? If it is, could you tell us more about that?
So with our footprint being kind of small, we're kind of here stuck in 2 bays. So we had to come up with a few solutions on how to maximize, one, fitting 3 lifts in here because that was the optimum number for our floor space, along with our alignment rack. So we had to really get creative with how we maximized our footprint. And from there, we got to thinking it's a no-brainer. Put in a 3-story mezzanine system or a variable level mezzanine system, and it just really helps maximize inventory space, equipment. We can stack things basically on top of each other. We can really pack a really big punch in a small footprint.
It looks like you have a lot of stuff up there. How do you transport tools and materials up to the mezzanine?
So when we get inventory in, obviously it comes in the front door. I've worked in a few shops where you had to, if you had multiple levels, you had to schlep it up the stairs, and it was always a real big pain in the butt. But how we bring it in through the front door on carts, it goes straight to our VRC system. We send it up. We then take it out of the VRC system, and we get right to putting stuff away, right into our inventory shelf.
VRC system? What's a VRC system?
So our VRC system, if you're not familiar, it's basically an equipment lift or an inventory lift or parts lift. It'll move anything other than people. So it helps us, make everything efficient when we're putting away our inventory. We're not lifting heavy loads, walking up the stairs. It helps prevent fatigue, injuries, tripping and falling up the stairs with your hands full. So a VRC system is basically, it'll move everything other than people.
Can't a forklift do that? What's the difference between using a forklift and a VRC system?
Before I really started getting into automotive industry, specifically racing and performance, I did heavy industrial maintenance. And we had shops where they had mezzanines that had the swing out gates. Here's why I'm not a fan of that. Dealing with OSHA and all that stuff, typically when you have a swing in gate or a swing out gate, you now expose a person to basically a fall hazard, which I'm not a fan of. Typically, I never see, if you have a swing gate, you're supposed to have harnesses on, fall arrest systems, et cetera, if it's anything over 12 feet. So I'm not a fan of that because it just leaves people open to risk. Also, things can fall. You have a moving hazard with a forklift, you have a fall hazard, you have material handling hazards and stuff like that. I much prefer the VRC system for sure.
Does a VRC system cut down on insurance claims?
Yeah, when it comes to insurance, it's definitely, you mitigate a ton of risks. You just, you engineer yourself out of your safety hazards basically. So the best way to do that is close off your gates and just put yourself in a VRC system.
So what you're saying is that a VRC should be considered as your first addition to a mezzanine system.
Yes, so with the VRC system, again, it increases efficiency. It fits in the footprint very well. It doesn't take up very much space. Again, it's 4x4. And then it mitigates the insurance risk, the fall hazards, the moving, the equipment hazards and stuff like that. So to me, if you have a mezzanine system, you've got to have a VRC system. That's just my honest opinion.